At UniSC, we are extremely proud of our alumni and the impact that they have locally, nationally and globally. It's a privilege to recognise and celebrate their achievements each year through the Outstanding Alumni Awards. I'm delighted to introduce you to this year's award recipients.
I became a tutor, a lecturer, a senior lecturer at a number of universities and helped to establish quite a number of the First Nations enclaves like Barunga. Another highlight has been the publication of my book. I also have established a foundation which is behind the establishment of the Hope Dreaming Information Centre. Undertaking a doctorate is a huge task, and unless you've got the commitment and the support of your supervisors, it's very difficult to actually carry the load yourself. And if it wasn't for the support of my family, I don't think I would have been able to finish this.
I work directly with athletes and coaches, but also manage a performance support team to deliver the athlete plan that the coach and the athlete works on so that they can be the best that they can in their sport. A really highlight for me was sitting at the Paralympics in Rio when I was working for Swimming Australia and leading the performance support team on the ground, reflecting on all the change that we had made in delivering performance support to athletes and coaches in their home environment, state to state, leading into the Games. I'm absolutely grateful for the University of Sunshine Coast for what it's given me, but also what it can provide students with Queensland Academy of Sport being based here.
My role currently is I'm actually an advanced exercise physiologist, and I'm also the clinical team manager for the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Preventative Health Pathways program, which is part of the Sunshine Coast Hospital and Health System. Our job is hospital avoidance, really, is to support Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to either not go to hospital or to avoid going to hospital if they have. Receiving this award for me doesn't really feel like it's me. It feels like it's us, it feels like it's we, it feels like it's them. Because frankly, without the team, without the profession, without my family, without my friends, I couldn't have done this.
One of the highlights of my career has to be my role in one of the projects for critically bleeding patients, and this was to measure blood loss, and this system is used in our ED, ICU and other critical departments. At Queensland Health, we were supporting those in the front line of healthcare by delivering systems that make patient outcome better. Another exciting project that I've recently worked on is an AI-powered decision support software that we are trialling. I loved my experience and my journey as an international student here at UniSC. UniSC community became my home away from home. Without this community, I wouldn't be here today.
My role is an assistant director for the operations team for the Territory Stolen Generations Redress Scheme. What I enjoy about my role is working with stolen generation survivors and admire the courage that they have to share their story with me. I'm also an artist, and I couldn't believe it when I had someone ring me up from the Invictus Games wanting to have my artwork on their uniforms, and told me that it would be the first time that they've had Indigenous artwork on their uniform.
I work with a lot of small businesses and First Nations community to help them build better business and achieve their goals. I have the choice, the freedom to give back to community, give my skills, knowledge and experience right here locally on the Sunshine Coast. That was so important to me. After a career spent travelling all over the country, working out of Brisbane, I wanted to come back and really be able to do something for my community, create a legacy and a lasting impact. To receive this award is has been so humbling. I give back to community, I do a lot of volunteer, and I don't expect anything in return. I do it because I want to make a difference. I've been privileged enough to access education through my degree at UniSC, and this place on Sunshine Coast has grown me up. And it's given me so much, and the community, the elders, all of those mob around me have given me so much. It's the little bit that I can do to give back to community.
I'm a senior associate at Pippa Coleman Family Law. So my day-to-day is advising clients around separation, domestic violence and child protection matters as well, and helping those that are quite vulnerable in our community. Probably the greatest highlight of my career so far has been named the president of the Sunshine Coast Law Association. I was the first UniSC graduate to be the president of the Sunshine Coast Law Association, and I served for 3 terms. What I really love about my work and the position that I'm in is being able to give back to the community. So not just through the work that I do as a family lawyer and the important advocacy that we do for vulnerable members of our community, but also being able to use the skills that I learnt through my degree and then also post-graduation to give back to community organisations. I'm really honoured to receive the award, and my connection with UniSC is something that I really don't take for granted, and I'm really proud to represent the graduates of UniSC and in particular that first group of law students that have come through.